So
All
welcome
right.
all to another episode of Ace and Chase. How you guys doing?
Good. How are y'all both?
Very
Yes,
good,
Good
good,
to be
good,
thank
here.
you.
great.
DJ.
So we are getting, thank you. We're getting good response so far. So I'm a bit pumped and motivated about this episode. I was really looking forward to this. And the interesting part now is
Same here.
we did talk about Ferrero and uh, how much impact it would have on Carlos Alcaraz's performance. And so far, it
Yes.
looks like he's doing pretty good without him. Um,
True.
so
Yeah,
did you see any matches?
I haven't seen the matches, but I watched the scores and he's proved me wrong. I really thought that there will be an upset somewhere in the second week, and he's proved me wrong, proved a lot of people wrong. I mean, when I was watching the news after we last had this podcast, a lot of people were really negative, kind of pessimistic that he will make it to the next week or past, I don't know, round of 16. And he's proved everybody wrong and he's enjoying it. I think he's won pretty much everything in straight sets or straight. He's won all straight, brother.
By the way, as we speak, the match is going on. Alcaraz Zverev match is going on right now.
Oh, really? It started already?
Yeah.
Yeah, Alcaraz is doing pretty good so far, as expected, I would say, because he is the world number one, if I'm not mistaken.
Of course, yes.
However, the actual challenge is the sinner question. If he
Yes.
can beat that like comfortably, then he stamps his authority कि भैया मैं अभी भी who, the one versus
Yeah.
whatever you might think. So yeah, that is something to be seen, and I'm
Okay.
very excited for the matchup.
So
Yeah.
let me tell this to our viewers that we are recording this episode while Alcaraz is playing against Alexander Zverev, and this is a semi-final going on. So we assume that Alcaraz is going to beat Zverev, and Sinner is going to take care of Djokovic, and then we're going to have another Sinner Alcaraz final. So
Yes.
I don't want to jump the gun over here. So
Right.
I also feel that it is going to be Sinner versus Alcaraz, but I'm interested in the semi-final as well. So I want
Right.
you to talk about Zverev. Why are we discounting Zverev? Why are we like
Well,
why can't
definitely.
we
Yeah,
why
we'll come back
think
to Zverev. Yes. Sure. Yeah, we'll come to Zverev, DJ here. The only thing I just wanted to highlight is during his, let's say, 10 days at the Open, Alcaraz has gone past these guys. Just miss it. There's only one guy who would pose a tiny bit of threat, which was Tommy Paul. He's a very different kind of a player, not easy to beat, and
yeah,
he got 7-6, 6-4, 7-5. You can see that. Now the
okay.
things were not, the score line would say ki it was very close. It just
Right,
tiny a little bit because again Alcaraz is Alcaraz. He
right,
could
right,
go over the line, but
right,
then not competition as such, I would say. What do you think, guys?
right.
Not enough competition so far, which is
Yes.
good, but
Yes.
yeah,
Because we see there is a huge difference between these top two and then the rest of the guys. That is there,
True.
and there's no debate about that. So we're talking about Alcaraz and Sinner. Both of them are in a different league, and then we have Djokovic and Zverev and all these guys. They are hoping that they can they can give a good fight. I saw Djokovic's interview, and he didn't sound very confident. What he
right,
says, the response is always like, if I play at a good level, I can give a good fight. So it's always about giving a good fight. It is not about, I don't see that belief that he can be a serious threat. Yes, but I don't think so that they also believe that they can beat these guys.
Correct. I
Ramesh
agree
bhai,
with you.
what do you think? Yeah,
Yes.
what do you
Sumi,
think? Yeah,
I remember when I met you in 17 and we were discussing this. First time we met was somewhere in December, but we saw the Australian Open. We didn't see it together, but then you were discussing about the AO Open and you
uh,
talked about something very important, the belief system. That if you have that belief that you're going to win it, Federer had that belief in 2017. You see any other matches like Joko beating Federer with 2 championship points on
right.
Federer's Wimbledon. Nothing bigger than that. I mean, Federer, hands down, better player in grass on that moment. He's serving. 2 championship points. So it's somewhere, yes, Zverev is lacking the belief when he's from his the way it's the body language, it's the mindset. I don't think he has that belief system from quite some time. I think since he played that finals against Dominic Thiem, he was 2 sets up. If you all remember that match, it was
The US
COVID
Open,
time,
COVID
the
times,
US
yeah,
Open,
empty stadiums.
empty stadium, 2 sets up. I mean, nothing could go wrong for him. And I believe he's also lost, I don't know, maybe 2 sets up in. No, that was Sisyphus and
As you're
Medvedev.
talking right now, Ramesh bhai, let me tell you what has happened.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
Alexander
It's
Zverev
turned
just
around.
got broke. Alexander
Yeah.
Zverev
This is the
just got
first time
broken now. He
just
just
got
got
broken.
broken in
Yeah.
the first set. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So now Alcaraz would be
Yeah.
serving 5-4 in the first set. So
Yeah.
yeah, first set
Right.
gone. First set gone
Right.
already.
And
Yes, Ramesh bhai.
Zverev's, if you see, Zverev's strength is his serve. If he
Yeah,
also serves, it's very important. So again, coming back to your question, and when I always remember Sumi talking some really words of wisdom along with Sanjeev. We used to
Right.
sit and talk about tennis. That was our core subject. And the belief system, that which I think Zverev, that's why he's not able to win a single Grand Slam. I don't know, somewhere there is a doubt. He has a doubt in himself.
yeah, yeah. We're just talking now. See, Zverev, for me, Zverev gets tight. His strength, as you said, is serve. Like he can fire those missiles, but he
Yeah,
gets tight against players like Alcaraz and Senna.
yeah,
He just double faulted right now. He just double faulted and gave that important point at 30-40. So obviously, one or two unforced errors, they keep coming when he's playing against top
yeah,
players. So again, that
exactly. And
and
it's
this
not
and
now.
this doesn't happen against players, lesser ranked players, let's say.
Yeah,
He can beat those guys
exactly.
because he's expected to beat them. But when it comes to Sinner and Alcaraz, maybe that belief is not there.
True. And it's not now. It's not Sinner and Alcaraz that just come on the stage. What, about 2 years, since 2 years? If you go
Yeah.
back, look at it from 18, 19, 20. The 2020 was that time for him to, like, rise to the occasion, prove that he is
Yes.
a
Yes,
threat
absolutely.
to reckon with, a player to reckon with. But it didn't happen. And I didn't see, yeah, every 80, like small here and there ATP tournaments he'll win or Masters. But it comes to Grand Slam, he's not,
Yeah.
I don't know
Yeah.
yet. It's been 8, 9 years on the tour. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Yes,
That's
Somitra.
my take.
I think good assessment overall, and it's about belief systems so much that, as rightly pointed out, I think Zverev has, first of all, limitations because of the kind of game he has. Overall, I think Zverev is more mechanical, hardworking, a toiler, someone who's trying to work it out against maybe people who are exceptional, like Alcaraz and Sinner. I think Sinner is also a similar category, but a lot more skilled uh, individual on a tennis court. Zverev also has been a little troubled overall in personal life. Obviously, it's gonna affect your game and that belief system what Ramesh Bhai was talking about. So overall, I think he still has it. Not that he cannot beat Alcaraz,
Right.
given the attributes you have as
But you
Alexander.
but you gotta believe.
I
You
think you
gotta
should
believe, right?
believe that you can win. Oh,
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Again,
Yeah.
he's 6'6" or maybe more than that, and then has big serve. And then
Yeah.
what is there to be scared of? Yeah, Alcaraz caught him. Right?
Exactly.
He's a youngster.
Exactly.
He's a baby. He should treat him like that. A good challenge, I would
No.
say, but
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
somebody who can intimidate him. Yes, go ahead, please.
I'll just go back a little. I'll just go back a little now. So I was watching this video, 17-year-old Alcaraz versus Alexander Zverev. First time they faced each other. Alexander took care of Alcaraz, but we could see the glimpses of Alcaraz in that video. If you can ever get a chance to watch that video, he's 17. He's playing against a top guy at Zverev, and he's giving drop shots. He's doing all these crazy shots. He's not afraid of this Alexander Zverev's aura. He has his own aura at 17. He didn't look like he's faced by this tall figure in front of him, and 17-year-old guy. So now, just coming back to Zverev again, I just saw his interview. I also made a video about it. I put it on the Ace and Chess channel. Sumi, I think you've seen that video. It was a very good post-match interview wherein Chris Eubanks asked him about the match and how he feels about his family. They always there. Like, it was a funny till then. It was funny. He was like, I get bored of them, but it's all right, But I take care of, I pay most of the bills and all that. It was, it was going in a funny direction. And then he asked about his diabetes situation. And I think most of the tennis fans would know that he is a type A diabetic patient since he is 4 years old. So you must have seen that, he sometimes during the matches, he injects himself. So he is already fighting a battle. He was being bullied as a kid. So tennis really helped him
So
to
true.
cope up with his diabetes situation, and he's playing at this level, at this top level, being a diabetic patient, and he's doing so much. He has a foundation now. He helps underprivileged kids who are who have the same condition. He is definitely, he has an aura. He has a personality. Yes, we did see that he was into some ugly court cases, and that perhaps there was a lot of negativity around Alexander Zverev. But I think there was also a very important match against Rafael Nadal, in which he said that he could have turned that match around, but he got injured. It was a major ankle twist happened, and then he was out for almost a year. That was
That was an
very,
incredible
very
match.
brutal. Yeah, very, 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 high level, high intensity match. But we're talking about Rafa. So I'm not sure if Alexander Zverev would have beaten Rafa in that match, but he said that he would have. He thought that he had an upper hand. Had that
Well,
freak accident did not happen, he would have perhaps beaten. But it's all ifs and buts. So yeah. But again, coming back to Zverev, I feel, and I have a very good question. I feel for both of you. Zverev, what he needs to do from a coaching team point of view. Does he need to change a coach? He has his father as a coach for long, long time. Does he need to add somebody like Goran Ivanisevic for what I feel could be a great addition, considering what the kind of game he has? And Goran can really help him. So as we know how much difference he made when he was with Djokovic. Djokovic serve really improved. Serve was major problem with Djokovic, but now his action and he's very, very effective. So what do you feel about Goran Ivanisevic Zarev's team? Would that be a good addition?
go
Yeah, I
ahead, Ramesh.
think, yeah.
Yes.
I think, yeah, it's been 9 years since his father has been the coach. I am not sure whether he's the head coach or what, but yeah, I think getting in a new coach,
He's
I
the head
mean,
coach.
that, oh,
He's the
he's
head
the
coach.
head
His father
coach.
is the head. Yeah, his brother is there.
Wow.
But his
Yeah,
brother is basically mostly taking care of the management bit, like marketing and PR and all of
I
that,
see.
deals and endorsements and all of that, and obviously some maybe practicing with him, but majorly taking care of the sponsorships and all of that.
I
And
s-
his father is a
got
head
it.
coach, and then they have their physios and all of that. So yeah, he's got a
Right.
physio, good like Andy Murray's physio now in Zverev's team is
Yeah.
what I know. I
Yeah. So
saw
I,
like a podcast, and then it was discussed there that he has joined hands with the Andy Murray's physio. So his physical conditioning and all that is there. Like you don't see Alexander Zverev retiring or cramping or so he's there physically. He's there, but yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Go ahead, Ramesh.
See, so tennis is not only physical, as you know, it's mental and emotional also. So I think bringing in a somebody to take the lead would be a good actually idea because he his growth is only so much. I mean, like okay, semis, quarters, or even finals if he has reached. I don't know. I don't remember when was the last final he reached in Grand Slam. I remember the 2020, but I'm sure he must have reached few more finals.
No,
Can
no,
he get
he
that
was in the finals. He was in
roadblock?
the finals. He was in the finals now.
Okay.
Which one last Australian Open? He was in the finals, right?
Oh,
Yeah,
was
he
it?
was in the final. Yeah, yeah. Let's check. Just give
Last
me one moment. Five Australian Open men's final. So final, it was Alexander Zverev versus Sinner. Last year's Australian Open.
wow, Sinner versus
Yeah, yeah,
Zverev. Okay. So,
yeah, yeah.
if he has to really take the top two out or top three, I mean, something has to be done different to get different results,
And the
So
funny thing,
you
just
can,
to add here, a funny thing over here. Alcaraz, this is Alcaraz's best performance at Australian Open.
Wow.
Yes,
With a new
he has
coach.
never been in
That's
semis. He's never been in
yeah.
semis. Yes, so this
And
is
can
the
you
first
imagine
time.
everything was
Yeah.
wow. And can you imagine he was doing well with the other coach too, but
No,
he's
no,
out
no,
for
no. We're talking
so
about French Open, US Open. He's won, but Australian Open, not yet, not yet. And
oh
this
he
is
hasn't.
his so far his
Okay.
best performance. Yeah, yeah.
Best
Yes, go ahead,
performance. That's
Ramesh.
amazing.
Sorry to
Yeah.
interject.
No, so I
Yeah.
think yeah, I think it's about time. It's been what, 8 years since Zverev has been on the tour. And I think his father can stay on the sideline. Means he can be assistant coach, give the lead role to a new I mean there are you can probably hire Alcaraz as coach. You never know. That could
He got
be I mean
Federer.
ex
Yeah, yeah,
Federer.
yeah, yeah.
I mean
That's a
I
good
think
one.
What
he has to
What
go with the
about
best.
Goran? What about Goran? What do you think about Goran as his coach? What about that?
Goran is a
Because they
good
have a
choice too.
similar styles, similar style, kind
Uh,
of similar style,
big serve.
baseliner, and he
Yeah,
can add into his
I
volley
have,
game.
yes. I'm
right.
sorry, DJ.
Go ahead,
Yeah,
Sumi.
I have, yeah, I just have an opinion here, which I would
yeah,
like
yeah.
to share
Please
with
go
you
ahead.
guys.
Yes, yes, of course.
Because it is about Alexander. I think the game, as I previously said, is very mechanical, very laborious, and a lot of work.
Yeah,
I would want him to go from a 5 on 10 on volleys to maybe a 9.5 on 10 on volleys. Just making him someone who just moves into the net because of his height. He can almost cover the whole thing and just be super aggressive. Don't let others have any opportunity. Be very intimidating, maybe like Nadal. And you have a different game. People are now just looking at you with a different perspective. John McEnroe, I think, as personality, as adding this skill to his ammunition brigade, I would say, is John McEnroe coming up with a lot of volleys. He was a good server himself. I think can bring a lot of value to Alexander, and also because of his personality. I think Alexander has not been able to express himself what he can, or I mean, interviews are great. Sure, he talks like
Right.
incredible smart person, and I think John McEnroe can give him a little bit of tips here and there
But
to make it
yeah,
better.
but we're talking about
Yeah, go ahead.
Sumi. John
Mhm.
McEnroe
Go ahead.
is not available. Like, he has
Ah,
not
I
shown
didn't know that.
interest as someone who wants to take up a coaching. They have to travel with these guys, and they are on tour with these guys almost
They have to have a
around
good
the
offer.
year.
They have to
Which yeah,
have to have a good proposal. If you give me a
yeah.
good deal, maybe I'm interested. I think that's what he's
But
lacking.
now
And
at this
obviously, it's
age,
my opinion.
what I've from interviews, what I've seen, how McEnroe speaks about, he's majorly into broadcasting. He
Right.
likes that part of tennis, wherein he's not taking a lot of responsibility of a player. He is helping. He has
Mhm,
some charity work going on. He has an academy wherein he is training kids. But again,
mhm.
he's focusing on the holistic part of tennis growth. He's not going like a tennis and it's all about results. No, so his way of looking, I mean,
His
from
approach
what
is
I
different.
see, he is not looking for that responsibility of a full-time coach is what I feel. Wherein
Mhm.
Goran, I feel after parting ways with Djokovic, he is looking for the next project and for
And they're so similar. Even McEnroe and
yeah,
Goran are so similar in a lot of ways. Left
so
armers, great
volley,
servers, good volleyers. Sure,
yeah, yeah,
exactly. So
yeah.
you're so much to the point. Yes, I
And
agree
that's
with
what
that.
I'm
Yes.
wondering. I know that Zverev had got Ivan Lendl. That was for brief period of time. He did pretty good.
Mm.
I don't know what happened. Maybe some issue over contract or whatever. Maybe Lendl is a tough taskmaster or whatever it is. It didn't work out, and then he got again back with the father as a head coach, and so he's very comfortable with his family. And look, from what I feel, that Zverev is kind of happy with a top three he constantly making it to finals and semifinals. Whether he himself feels that, hoping hoping that the levels would drop, Alcaraz will not play to his potential, or hoping that something would happen. I don't think so. You got to take it. You got to take it on. It won't work. Ramesh bhai, you want to add something?
Yes. Yeah. I
Are you
mean,
on ecstasy,
no,
DJ? DJ? No,
Who?
I'm asking DJ. Is he on ecstasy?
No, why? Why? What happened?
I mean, you're so pumped, man. I mean, yes.
I know. Hey, I wanted to. Okay, I had a question. I'm just watching this match. This is the first time actually I've turned on AO, and thanks to you all both for doing this podcast. Otherwise, I would have been in bed at right now by 9. So I was watching Alcaraz now. He's got this kind of personality like Nadal, tank tops, sleeveless t-shirts. If I had this question, okay, we'll come to Zverev in a minute. If today Zverev had to play Nadal in his prime, I see so many similarities where, but of course, Alcaraz has more variety, and Nadal is just a pure grinder, one of the best counter punchers. Who would be just looking at? I know it's just a very hypothetical question, but Nadal versus Alcaraz, built the agility. Of course, Alcaraz would score more points in agility and all that variety. But what do you think? The if Nadal versus Alcaraz in both in their prime, and it's just
That's a great question. I would want to step in because DJ has already um,
Yes,
done
go
his
ahead. Go
part
ahead.
on the.
No, no, I am not
yeah,
in. I will probably, you take the lead now on this question. Go ahead, please, Sumi.
That's great. Yes, that's
Uh,
great. So that's a very interesting question, Dr. Ramesh. But let's say Nadal in his prime and Alcaraz in his prime. If you see, the mentality is very much similar. Like, they don't want to give it to you. So if you can take it, that's okay. I would probably be able to accept it. It's not easy to take it. So
uh,
you just keep working your way, keep working your way. And then when you talk about Alcaraz, he's not only keeping you at work and at bay, he's also telling you all the time, please do more. Can you do
uh,
more? Show me more. What you got? So now the person is like suffocated a tiny bit on the inside that I'm trying my best. Still, he's just
yes,
easily going and chipping. Maybe he just wants you to hit bigger,
yeah,
go
yeah,
stronger, which maybe I don't have. So now, obviously, because Alcaraz saw Nadal and then he had Federer, and he also obviously knows Mr. Djokovic. And that's why he's a combination of the trio, as we already know. So, mentality wise, he's more like Nadal, not giving you an inch. Flexibility, obviously, it's Novak. And then with the control on the points and the flair, it's obviously Federer.
yeah,
Given that combination, he would beat Nadal in his prime because he's a hybrid. The interesting question I personally have is, what if Federer played Alcaraz? That would be something wherein Federer, who doesn't want to be on the losing end, given a choice, would re-innovate or maybe add more skills. That would be a very interesting matchup. Just like as you said, Nadal
yeah,
Alcaraz and Federer Alcaraz. We're missing that.
right. That's a
Federer
good point.
Alcaraz,
Yeah, and
Federer Alcaraz, Federer
Federer
Alcaraz.
Alcaraz. I'm sorry. मैं खो गया था.
Alcaraz would
मैं खो
destroy.
गया.
Alcaraz would destroy. Alcaraz would destroy
Federer?
Federer. Yeah, yeah,
नहीं,
yeah.
नहीं, नहीं. I don't buy that.
Is
I
what?
would say
No, no, no. Yeah,
um,
I feel that.
in
I feel
prime,
that.
right? Sure,
Yeah,
sure.
I tell you why.
You are
I
always
tell you why.
biased with someone who's number one. तू उसको ही buy
No, no,
करता
no.
है जो number
See,
one है.
I tell you,
So,
I am a huge Federer fan.
sure,
I'm a huge Federer fan. See, he's
sure,
right here. Okay,
sure.
he's here, he's there, he's everywhere. So
You
the
are
point
a
is,
Novak fan as well. Yes.
yeah, yeah, I am Novak fan. I am Alcaraz fan. I am Federer fan. See, my whole thing is Federer's weakness was his backhand. Right now, Alcaraz. If I were to imagine Alcaraz and Federer playing, Alcaraz would attack his backhand, and he won't wait for those baseline to baseline. He will attack his backhand. He'll come in. He will finish it with a volley. He has that variety. He does come in a lot.
That is
Nadal,
so true.
not so much.
That is so true.
So I feel
Like,
Alcaraz
go
would
ahead.
have attacked Federer's backhand so much, and then Federer would have to play very attacking game. So it would be like a gamble for him. He has to go very aggressive on his backhand, which he did. He had to change when he came back after a layoff of almost 1.5 year in 2017 when he won AO back to back. In 2018 again he won. He really changed his back. There was, you could see there was a lot of power on his backhand. He was going earlier.
He
He
was
would
taking
just
it
play with
early.
a bit of,
He,
yeah, so bit of top
he
spin,
started
lot
taking
of
it early.
slices. Yeah, and then he would do great on grass court and everything on these kind of surfaces. Again, he would get exposed on these slow surfaces, even like AO and US Open. Till he made that change, he came back stronger, and nobody expected at that age. He was perhaps, I mean, I am not sure if 37 or 38 when he came back in 2017. So I feel Alcaraz Federer I'll give Alcaraz a bit of more. I would see more
Waited.
him as more favorable player. Yes,
Right.
Ramesh bhai.
And
Alcaraz
as I was
Federer,
watching,
Alcaraz Federer,
okay,
Alcaraz Federer.
in both,
Yeah,
yeah, in both scenarios, I'll have to go with Alcaraz. I just watched a point as I'm listening to y'all. Zverev hit
yeah, yeah.
such a good inside out. I mean, the ball was way out. The guy takes the ball with the backhand like Joko. So Sumi said it right. He's 3 in 1. So it would be very difficult for either Federer or Nadal. Now Nadal would never come to the net. Joko also has just started coming. Federer would try that little variety. And then other point, he does a beautiful drop. Zverev hits such a good shot, and he has got such a good finesse. I mean, the timing. In both scenarios, I would go Alcaraz, whether it's Federer or Nadal. Now,
Right.
the third question would be Joko. I don't know. Joko in his prime would be a tougher question, actually.
That's a good one. Yes,
Yeah,
that
in
sounds
his
so good.
prime, I'm talking
Observe.
about 2011 or 12, when Joko won at 3 Grand Slams for the first time. It was 2011, or he won the first Wimbledon, and that year was his best year, 11, 12, I believe. So again, but we are talking about two different eras. We can just put him being in the prime and everything.
I have one
He
thing to
gets more
say over here.
points.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I have few things to say. When Djokovic was on a roll, he was winning Grand Slams after Grand Slams. These guys were in making. Alcaraz, Sinner, they were not finished
yeah,
products. So there was nobody to
correct.
threaten Djokovic or his game style because he was a counter puncher, very good defensive. He got Goran and he got great results because his service, he had more penetration in his serve, and there was nobody to challenge him. Federer was kind of fading away. Nadal had his own fair share of injuries. Obviously, TM, Zverev, they were still not there. Dimitrov still not there. So nobody to challenge, and he really took advantage of that, and he just started accumulating. He accumulated Grand Slams after Grand Slams, and he is at 24 Grand Slams. So I see uh, Djokovic against Alcaraz. If Djokovic in his prime, I would still feel Alcaraz would have that edge over Djokovic as well because he has that variety, that skill, or all those chip and charge and those slices, drop shots, volley. He's got that top spin, everything. He's got, like, yeah, everything in his arsenal.
Yeah. Yep. Now, when coming to Sinner and Nadal, actually, I would put Nadal would beat Sinner. If you had to put Nadal, because what is Sinner? Sinner is just a baseliner. I mean, I don't see him anything beyond. He's so mechanical like Zverev, but just a better, consistent robot. I mean, than Zverev. And
Better
mentally,
robot.
yeah,
Yes.
is this advanced robot? If Joko and Sinner would play in their prime, that would be a good fight. Very identical game, baseline game. So
But
yeah,
you
I
have you been
mean,
but you mentioned that as a robot, but he is adding a lot of things in his game, Sinner. He's working on a lot of things. Now he's doing a lot of drop shots and he's coming on the after the drop shot, he's there, to finish the volley. He's adding things. He's adding things. He's constantly working. So is Alcaraz.
yeah. You know what? Coming to drop shots during Federer, Nadal, and Joko era, we didn't see that many drop shots since the arrival of Alcaraz, and we see that old school tennis back. We see coming to the net more. During Federer Nadal era and Joko era, it was more of a baseline, more about the mental game. I did.
That's a
Have
good
you
point,
noticed
huh?
that? Yeah,
Yeah, that's a very good point. And just to let you know, men's tennis was not about someone at the age of 40 trying to play in a slam. It was
yeah,
about
Yeah.
maybe a guy who's as young as, let's say, 18 or maybe 23 trying to make
yeah,
some noise. Now, back in the day, again, when these guys were playing, things were different, like volley maybe at some point in time or baseline. But then drop shots to this level was never seen. Now, when Alcaraz starts playing those drop shots, it's like bullying the other players. It's like four drop shots in four shots, like in a game. It's like
Yeah.
outrageous against a top 10 player. What does it mean? Opponent is not at that level, or the courts are slow. What is happening? I mean, I just don't understand the flair here.
Yeah, so when Alcaraz was at a younger, when he was playing juniors, his coach at that time, or his father, or whoever was his coach, that at the very early stages, I'm talking about 9 or 10 year old. So he was not put under any pressure by his coach to play in a certain way. Most of the
Hmm.
coaches I've seen, because I take my son also for his tennis lessons, and what they focus on is keeping it in. Do not make
Hmm.
mistakes. Do not just play the ball in the center. Don't try to do too much. Wait for the opponent to make mistake. So they are focusing on being more and more consistent. So attack. So if you want to develop an attacking game, you cannot feed that kind of information to somebody who is at the age of 8 or 9 or maybe 10 to because then his natural game would not develop. So if so, and most of the coaches do that across the globe, I would say, because they are with because that thing gives them results. So they are perhaps winning under 8, under 10, under 12. But when it comes to pro level tennis, they would lack that because years of practicing that consistency and that robotic style of playing. Okay, now coming back to Alcaraz. So Alcaraz would do a lot of drop shots even as a kid. He would lose a match while doing that. He would lose a lot of points while doing that. But his coach at that point would encourage him, would not yell at him or would not tell him to change this, do this, don't do that, play more percentage tennis. So he was encouraged at that time because they knew that and under 10, under 12, results would not matter as much because things would be different. So always, so that is why I feel you see a lot of drop shots because it's a muscle memory and he has been doing it and he has always been encouraged to go and follow his natural instinct and just play your game, enjoy yourself. That's more important. You see him smiling even when he's losing.
right.
You see him smiling. That's a rare quality.
Yeah. The
Yeah, we could smile, yes, while
yes,
losing. Obviously, local tennis, yes.
15-30,
yeah,
oh sorry, 30-15. Zverev कर रहा है अभी तक 6-4 is not bad, I would say. Just got that bad one serve जो थोड़ा सा break हो गया, तो सर्व डबल फॉल्ट हो गया, बाकी he's there. कर तो रहा है सुम्मी. You have that match going? चालू है?
yeah. First time I'm
नहीं
watching
यार.
it on AOA right now on laptop. Oh, it's so coming to Zverev and it's. But don't you think this has been the case past 20 years? Zverev is still one now. You can say he's in the hot seat. Like so many players of two generations were in the hot seat that when Rafa and Roger they dominated the scene. It was only when Joko came, it became three-way. So it's we are just seeing a repeat of what Roger Federer dominating. Everybody had to pass one of them two, right?
Okay,
For years
Ramesh bhai,
Yeah.
until
there was
Warwick.
there was
Yeah,
this sorry, there was this interview, and I want you and Sumi both to talk about what your thoughts a quarterfinal match against Musetti. As you know, Musetti was 2 sets up, and he retired in the third set. Something was bothering him, and he couldn't continue, so he
right.
retired. And in the post-match interview, obviously he was asked about the match and whatnot. One of the guys then asked, "How do you feel about chasing every time? Earlier, you were chasing Nadal and Federer, and now you're chasing Alcaraz and Sinner. So obviously Djokovic was not very happy. He was visibly upset about this question. So it was like kind of disrespectful. Even Djokovic thought it was disrespectful. He did even say that. What do you feel, Sumi? What do you feel about that question?
Yeah, I think Ramesh can contribute to it, and then I will definitely add to the question. Yes.
So,
Yeah.
so yeah, say this question was put forward to Massetti, right?
No,
Okay, I
no.
didn't know that
Joko.
Jocko.
This question was put forward to Djokovic
Okay,
because yeah, okay, earlier you were chasing Federer and Nadal. Now you are chasing Sinner and Alcaraz.
right.
He
Well,
was visibly like disappointed. Like, I mean, are you serious? He had that kind of look on his face, like, this quite disrespectful. And he
you
handled it
know,
pretty well, I would say. He handled it pretty well if you see that interview. But what do you feel
right.
about this chasing situation? Like, do you really feel that he was chasing them and now he's chasing the.
I mean, I would take it as a don't you think it's a compliment that this guy is a legend beyond legend, playing at this age, because he's been playing from a generation when Federer and Nadal were dominating it. So that is one generation. Generation next in from tens to twenties, 2010s to 20s. This is a third generation. So I don't know how Jocko felt about the question. If I was in Jocko's place, I would be really. I would take it as a compliment that.
Yes.
He
Uh,
did say that. He did say
yeah,
that, I mean, if chasing has got me here,
yeah.
it's all right. I mean, 24
Oh,
Grand
I mean,
Slams. So yeah, I
yeah.
don't mind chasing.
Because if you go to see, till now, nobody has given Jocko trouble except Sinner and Alcaraz. So if Sinner and Alcaraz would not be there, he would be still winning. In a way, there's a good chance because he's beating all other players. I mean,
Yes, yes. But
so
Abhi, we were
yeah,
waiting for that. Ramesh bhai, you remember when in 2018, 2019, 2020, when we used to regularly
right,
meet and play when you were in India? Remember we used to talk,
right.
when is this, ye naya banda kab aayega? Kab challenge Joko ko? That time
कौन
I was
करेगा?
saying Zverev. I was putting my money on Zverev. I was putting a lot of like Zverev is the guy. I'm
Faith
putting a
and
lot of
money.
energy and money also. Zverev is that guy. And then came Alcaraz and then came
Sit
Sinner.
is oh,
Yeah,
they
yeah,
can yeah. It
Medvedev,
is
yes. But Medvedev, yes, Medvedev was good. Yeah, we remember that final against Nadal. He
correct,
lost after being two set up. He lost, but then he came back. In the next US Open, he won, right? He won the US Open.
right.
He is the guy who made Djokovic cry. He was calendar slam. He was
Yeah,
aiming at calendar slam. Djokovic was aiming at
calendar
calendar slam.
slam.
Had he won that, and then
Wow,
he denied
I
that.
don't.
He literally was Djokovic was crying under the towel. I remember that match. So Medvedev, yes,
Right.
but these guys are a different level. They have the variety, as you said. Alcaraz got the best of Federer, Nadal, and Djokovic. So now the level is there.
Correct.
If anybody has a grand slam, they have to be that good. Otherwise, no chance.
And they have to like beat either one of them for sure. And they have to, yeah, correct. So, yeah, Sumi, please go ahead. What do you think
The
about that
question
question?
about
Yeah.
the interview, what do you feel about that?
Yeah.
Was that a good question to ask?
I mean, that was a rude question. Obviously, you're talking to Novak. You have to know who you're talking to. So obviously, Novak didn't like it, and then he could say it in a obviously a gentleman way, and he is a gentleman. But yeah, he sounded a little bitter that why you asking such kind of a question, bro? Come on, grow up. I'm not chasing all the time. So he
Yeah,
didn't like it, sure.
yeah, absolutely.
And as you guys mentioned, he could have taken it in a fun way, I would say, that he's twisting a question like the reporter. But
Yeah.
I think he stayed on the top of tennis for like 15 years, as he said, more or less. That's what he said, if I remember correctly. Winning a lot of slams and then dominating the.
Sumi, just a
Yeah,
sec, just a
that's
sec.
not fair. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Zverev,
Yeah.
4-2, 4-2. Zverev is 4-2.
Yeah.
Yes, 4-2 up in second set.
Photo and serving.
Let's see, let's see.
It's time to put some money on Alcaraz. Come on. Where is the phone?
You know,
तुम्हारे यहाँ तो legal
I
है यार.
know.
You guys can do it. Hey, Soumitra, seriously gaya. He's gone. He's gone.
Nah,
He's
I
He'll
mean,
get.
gone.
I don't want to go. No, I don't
No,
want to go.
no, मुझे लगा तू गया रियली लगाने गया
I
सर्व
just
कर
wanted
रहा
to
है
check.
4-2 पे
No, he's
अगर
gonna
ये
close this set, huh? He's gonna close this set.
you
Zverev will
feel that
close this set. Yes,
Zverev will close. Okay,
absolutely.
okay,
He will
okay.
close it.
Let's see.
भले it's a four setter or a five setter, लेकिन this set is gone for Alcaraz.
This
So
set
that's
is gone.
good.
Okay.
If he wins this
Yes,
game,
guy.
yeah.
Yes, but sorry about that.
He wins
थोड़ा
this.
सा,
Yeah,
but
because
yes,
if he lose, then
that
Alcaraz serves. Yeah.
going back to that interview. Sorry, I got a little
Yeah,
excited.
not respectful. You were fine. You were sexy है तेरा सब कुछ sexy है मैं ये बोलना चाह रहा हूँ कि who wins the Australian Open who wins the Australian Open
I
don't be
am, to be
biased
honest,
guys don't be biased
no. मैं
don't be
बताता हूँ,
honest
मैं बताता हूँ,
don't be biased
मैं बताता हूँ. नो नो मैं बताता हूँ. देखो सारे सारे बताता हूँ.
dare
Alexander
to
Zverev.
dream
Alexander Zverev. I want to win Australian Open. Really. That's my desire. मेरे को कुछ नहीं मिलने वाला है. मैंने कुछ पैसा नहीं लगाया है Zverev पे.
not this one right not this Australian Open or this one
This one,
right
this
now
one, this one, this
wow
one. He's going to
God
beat.
is listening Dharmesh please God is
हाँ तो
listening dude
अल्कराज को ये हराएगा Zverev. Zverev ये मैच में अल्कराज को हराएगा. और जो हमारी जो हमारा जो फर्स्ट पॉडकास्ट हमने जो किया था अबाउट फेरेरो नॉट बीइंग इन हिज बॉक्स वो बात सच्ची होने वाली है आज. ये मेरा गट फीलिंग है.
that's an amazing
इसीलिए
point
Wow.
आपने
इसीलिए
point
मैंने ये पॉडकास्ट इसीलिए मैंने ये पॉडकास्ट बोला आज के दिन करते हैं. हम लोग कल करने वाले थे. हम लोग कल करने वाले
साले
थे ये
एल्कराज को
पॉडकास्ट.
मिलियंस का लॉस हो इंट्यूशन से
2 हो
सॉरी.
गया.
ओके.
5-2
मैं
हो
बोल रहा
गया.
हूँ तेरे इस इंट्यूशन से इट्स गोना बी लॉसेस ऑफ मिलियंस फॉर एल्कराज डूड इट्स गोना
तो
कॉस्ट हिम
हमारे लिए
व्हाई
मैं
व्हाई
ये
डू यू
अपनी
हैव
बात कर रहा हूँ. ये मैं अपनी बात कर रहा हूँ क्योंकि देख मैंने उसके ऊपर वीडियो बनाया. वो इंटरव्यू में आई वाज मूव्ड बाय दैट इंटरव्यू. वेदर इट वाज अ पीआर स्टंट आई डोंट नो. एक काम करना क्रिस्टोफर यूबैंक्स को पहले से ही पता होगा कि ये क्वेश्चन पूछ. क्राउड वाज रियली लाइक because when you hear somebody is helping underprivileged kids when his adversity is he's coming out of he's fighting type 1 diabetes and he's at playing at this level and he's a part of a foundation and all of that it adds to his demeanor, adds to his aura.
to his personality
and
sure
And sometimes you feel that why am I watching this match? I was not supposed to. I was supposed to be in my bed. I'm watching this and more not so. The Lerner TN match was very close match, bro. Lerner TN is another player. We should talk about him maybe in this podcast or maybe in another one. But we will definitely give some footage to Lerner TN. We got to talk about this boy. But the match was crazy. It was a fourth set tiebreak. And then if he had won, and then we were talking about a different match. But then still, Zverev held his nerves, closed the match. This interview happened, and it is more like I don't know whether it's my intuition or whether I really want for years that Zverev should get his, what he deserves.
The-
So, yeah,
yes
he should get his due and he has to show that he is also there in the race. If not now, if not this AO, then maybe we're talking about maybe this season. Maybe he'll have his chances this season. But if you're not able to close, then it's too late. Then you're gone. Then I don't know. Then it's going to be like
yeah
Dimitrov
it's his
or
best chance
yeah, yeah.
you rightly
So
said this is his
again,
best chance
yeah.
today
So this what I want is this, but what practical, what my head says, it's going to be Sinner. Yeah, it's
Sinner
not going to
winning
be
the Australian
Alcaraz.
Open
Yes, it's not going to
Hmm.
be Alcaraz because at some point Ferrero will be missed, and the whole point of doing that podcast will make
Hmm.
sense. That's
Hmm.
from my side, Ramesh bhai.
Oh, sorry.
So
I'm sorry.
Ramesh bhai, were you there? Were you there? Did you hear what I said?
I'm sorry. I cannot dozed off here. Sorry. Because generally, what were we discussing about? Yes,
who's winning the
about the
Australian
coach
Open
who's winning the Australian Open. Yes.
yes
You know what? This is like, okay, he's saying that Zverev is going to win this.
No, that's my heart. That's my heart. My head
That's
says
your
Sinner.
heart.
My heart says
Okay.
Zverev. Yeah, yeah. Let me be clear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Your heart says that. Okay. Of course, we all want heroes, So Zverev made that statement of underprivileged kids. which Nadal, Federer, I mean, they do a lot of good stuff in life. But yeah, it touches your heart that, hey, this guy is a good guy. You want him to win. And he's long
Yeah,
overdue, like many other good
yeah,
players. But the thing is,
yeah,
I don't see him getting past this stage. Again, brain says that. Okay. And I would like Zverev to win. If Zverev beats Alcaraz, definitely I want him to win all the way. I don't want Sinner to win that, you know, because it's like
yeah.
you might as well go all the way. Then I want brain, heart, everything Zverev to win.
No, no, not to win. See, we are getting confused. We are getting confused. See,
Yeah.
हार्ट चाहिए कि ज़रेव जीतेगा, बट एक्चुअली आपको क्या
ठीक
लगता
है.
है कौन जीतेगा? हाँ, pick the मतलब
वो तो
shrewd,
Alcaraz
like
जीतेगा.
you're a bookmaker. Alcaraz
Yeah.
wins the final.
Hands down.
What
No, not
about
AO. मैं
what about
ये
Ferrero
मैच
angle?
की बात कर. Oh, you're
No, no,
talking
ये
about
मैच में.
AO final.
Yeah, yeah.
The way Alcaraz is playing so fluent, and the way he's
You're
moving,
discounting.
man,
So we are discounting Zverev over here. You feel that Zverev is going to lose this match, and it's going to be Alcaraz versus Sinner in the finals. Is that what you're saying?
I would go 50-50.
No, no.
Maybe
We
I would
just
go 55 Alcaraz. 55 Alcaraz
So
winning it.
Alcaraz and Sinner final happening. Zverev is losing this
Yeah.
match. Let's say. Okay,
Yeah.
that's so
Yes.
now it's between Alcaraz and Sinner. Alcaraz, you feel Alcaraz will win.
Yeah, because you know what? The
Okay.
thing is, okay, now he has a new coach, which he's doing well. It's a marriage which is working perfectly. It's a
This guy
honeymoon
was always
stage,
there.
which
This Samuel Lopez was always there, Ramesh bhai. Samuel Lopez was the
yeah, he was
assistant
there,
coach. He was always
assistant
there
coach.
under
Yeah,
Ferrero. He's a Ferrero's guy.
yeah,
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 yeah. So the thing is, but just the way, like you just said right earlier, that this is the best he's played in Australian Open.
yeah,
I
yeah.
I didn't know that.
But
So
yeah,
he's
but
got the momentum.
Ferrero
Yeah,
will be
the
missed.
rhythm
Ferrero will be missed.
in the final. If he's not been
Final
missed,
or
well, so
final is a
again,
different ball game.
yes, and different ball game is Sinner.
Yeah,
That's where is the clash
yeah,
comes down to every
yeah.
time. And I don't know if he would have been missed now, this guy would have been out in the first week or maybe by quarters. I don't know.
No, but there was no
I didn't
threat.
see his.
Except Tommy Paul, except
Acha, I
Tommy
didn't
Paul,
see
as
the
Summi
players.
said, there was no threat, real threat.
No threat,
Djokovic
Rab.
तो मेंजिस ने वॉकओवर दे दिया, मोसेटी ने वॉकओवर दे. Djokovic तो एकदम
But
अभी
my
he
friend,
is वो तो he's got a lot of मतलब क्या बोलूं उसको, he'll be under no pressure. अच्छा
yeah,
सेमीफाइनल होने वाला है आज जोकोविच और सिनर का, क्योंकि जोकोविच will have no fear. वो तो अभी he would be back home by
yeah.
now, but he's still
Now,
there,
now
so
it's a
obviously he will have
bonus.
no. Yeah, yeah, bonus. He'll have no pressure. He's
Everything
going to
is a
play
bonus
freely.
for him. Yeah.
Yeah, and he's going to play
But
freely because he knows he was two
yeah.
set down against Musetti. So obviously, so मेरे लिए थोड़ा सा ट्रिकी होने वाला है, क्योंकि मेरे को हमने ये अज्यूम ही कर लिया है कि it is going to be Sinner and Alcaraz, which is obviously बहुत ज्यादा फेवरेट, वैसा ही लग रहा है कि this is what's going to happen. But I still
But what?
feel कि
Yeah.
this not over yet. सेमीफाइनल में कुछ हो सकता है, आइदर जोकोविच कैन अपसेट सिनर और ये. लेकिन अगर हम लोग हाइपोथेटिकली सोच रहे हैं कि सिनर अल्कराज, मेरे लिए तो सिनर जीत रहा है. देन सिनर. फॉर यू इट इज
Oh,
अल्कराज, फॉर यू
I'm
इट्स
going with
अल्कराज और
Alcaraz.
सिनर. ओके, सो मे
Yes, what a fight already on a podcast. Yeah, I personally feel Australian Open crown. I think Sinner and Alcaraz would be fighting for it, or should be fighting for it. If they reach the finals, then it's Sinner's turn to say that I am still in the competition. So basically, he should be winning this Australian Open. If he does not, then Alcaraz is gonna dominate the whole year. Which is, not something which I think
What
I
is head to
personally
head?
want. I need more
Yeah.
competition. Yeah, go ahead,
Right.
please.
What is head to head on hard courts, Sinner versus Alcaraz?
That's a
What's the
great question.
stats? That also
I think
has
I'll
a
it's
lot
check it
to
out.
do.
Sinner has an edge on hard court. Sinner has an edge on hard court. Let me check. Let me still check.
Okay.
I'll
I'll
just
Okay.
check
check.
right
Wait.
away. 13 times, 8-5
So
Alcaraz win.
you
Oh,
checked already,
eight.
Sumit?
Hard courts, Alcaraz has won Alcaraz has won 5 out of 7 matches on hard courts, and all-time record is 8-5 Alcaraz. So
Okay, by hard court
he's the
mein
one
who's
decade
winning?
five
Hard court mein also he has
five
an edge.
versus 5 versus 2. Hardcore, he has a better
Wow.
record.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alcaraz. Okay, great. That's great.
So that's what
Wonderful.
it means. If he wins again, then he's consolidating for the whole year. If
Yeah.
Sinner upsets Alcaraz, that's how Sinner says, "Hey, I'm still there. Don't take me lightly. Don't underestimate me. I'm still fighting, and it means a lot to me." It's a
You were
statement
right about
which he
you were
has to
right
come.
about putting you were right about putting your money on Alcaraz, I feel. Abhi, he's not able to close, huh? He's gone. Broke back. Now it's 4-5.
He broke
Alcaraz is
back.
serving 4-5. Yeah.
Acha.
He
He's back on serve.
he couldn't back on serve. 5-3 he
Wow,
could not hold his serve.
that's
Zverev could not hold his
he
serve.
should have been able to. मतलब उसको करना ही था. He doesn't have
All that
whatever chance
energy
you get, you have to close it. Hmm.
I put in going down the drain now. इतना मैंने इतना फिलोसॉफी इतना सब कुछ दे दिया मैं.
It's okay. No, yeah, I appreciate the commitment from team DJ and Ramesh also so late out there, but we could still do it. Yeah, that's how we keep progressing. Small steps.
We will keep if we keep doing this, we'll get better at it. 100%. You want to rap, Sumi? You want to rap?
Yes, I would love to wrap.
Okay.
Again, thank you for giving me the opportunity to wrap up the whole conversation here. We could talk about a lot of things today, from the semifinals right now going on, Alexander trying to fight and survive because Alcaraz is not going to be very lenient. Yeah, wrapping it up again, different predictions. DJ goes with Sinner straight away. He doesn't
Yep.
want to spoil his earlier podcast. Ramesh is more biased, I would say, towards Alcaraz because he's the prodigy. He will go with the favorite. And for me, as I said, it has to be Sinner. Otherwise, he's gonna suck all year because Alcaraz will just keep running past him, and then he has no chance. Let's see how it goes. Overall, moving ahead, Australian Open, 2026. Wow. It's a wonderful year. I would also ask my subscribers to just comment if they like our comments or views, point of views, and predictions. Ramesh,
Yep.
Ramesh bhai and DJ, please take it ahead, and also you can try closing. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
So you said it all.
Ramesh bhai
Yeah. Go ahead.
is the only person who has done the podcast and still has not watched the podcast episode yet. He's not even watched the shorts.
He must have seen, dude. He must have seen
No,
it.
no,
How do you
he's
know?
not seen it yet. He has told me. He's told me today. He's not yet.
Ramesh bhai, are you kidding me?
No, I'll be honest with you. This whole month was so hectic. I don't know, since the time it just I'll
You are a
not
global star now, dude. What are you saying?
no,
Huh?
I
Okay.
I watched those clips that he
Tone
has
it down.
shared,
Tone
which
it
were
down.
really
Tone
funny.
it down.
Yeah.
Why? No, no. Just go to YouTube. You just go to YouTube, Ace and Chase
Yeah.
channel, and just see the
Yeah.
shorts over there. Yeah, see the shorts
Yes.
and see
I
the
will.
video also. Okay.
I'll do
So
that.
now, okay. So
Yeah.
guys,
DJ, yes.
everyone whoever is watching, please like, share, and subscribe. That would really motivate us to put more content and boost our confidence. And yes, that's what we do. We're trying to build a community over here. So thank you guys again for watching, and hope to
Right.
see you guys
I
again. Like, share, subscribe. Thank you so much. Enjoy Australian
Such a
Open. I'm a
pleasure.
bit sad also that Australian Open is coming to an end in next couple of days. So yeah, I'm very emotional about this. It's one of the best slams for me because as per India time, you can watch this and Wimbledon and also so French Open. But I don't know something about Australian Open. You wake up early morning, you tune into the matches, and happy slam as they call it.
Right.
Yeah, for a reason. Anyways,
So true.
bye bye. Take care, guys.
Bye, guys. Thank you. Oh, just one question I had. When was the last time in
Yeah.
men's Grand Slam you saw 1, 2, 3, 4 seeded players, top
Yes,
four
yes,
seed
that is
playing
also yes, that's after
something?
long
Yeah.
time. Yeah. 1, 2,
Is
3,
it
4, all
okay?
top. Yeah, everyone's saying that this guy Djokovic is playing with house money. The way the results have
What do you
gone
mean?
in last two matches. I mean,
He's playing with
Musetti
house money. Yes.
after two sets up. He's like, guys, I can't play anymore. Menzies didn't show up.
You
He
know
played so
what?
well in his third round. He didn't show up in fourth round.
Yeah.
So yeah.
The last time
Anyways,
something happened was last year, if you remember French Open, Dimitrov was 2 sets up and he retired against Sinner. And Sinner went and, no, was it Wimbledon or was it French Open? Sinner won the Grand Slam. It was last year. I think the only guy who played really well against Sinner was, it was Wimbledon, right? 2 sets up,
Wimbledon Sinner
Dimitrov.
won. Wimbledon Sinner won.
Yeah. So I'm talking about Wimbledon. If you see
Yeah.
in the quarterfinal or somewhere, Dimitrov was 2 sets up
Yeah, 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 yeah,
and he
yeah,
retired.
exactly. Sinner versus Dimitrov. Yes, then
Yeah.
he pulled some
So
shoulder, and then
can
he's
you can you
still
say the
struggling.
same
Needs to
thing?
come back.
Yeah. Okay. So can you
We've
say
seen
the same
enough
thing
injuries.
with? Do you think history can repeat with Djoko then this way? That if City retired against Djoko, you think?
Now who else is going to retire? Sinner is going to retire against against Djokovic. Semi-final, final.
It was like the universe came for Sinner's rescue. You
अरे पे
never know.
यूनिवर्स भी बोलेगा भाई मैं यहाँ तक ले आया अभी तू खुद कर ले थोड़ा सा अभी
खुद मेहनत कर.
2 मैच दिया मैंने तेरे को अभी तू कर ले यहाँ से दैट इज अ गुड एंगल है मैं वही बोल रहा हूँ मैं भी वही हम लोग डिस्काउंट कर रहे जोकोविच को सिनर एंड अल्कराज फाइनल बट कुछ भी हो सकता है मेरे को लग रहा है जोकोविच भी जीत सकता है सिनर के सामने बट बट
Yes.
बट ऑब्वियसली वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट फेवरेट्स हियर इट लुक्स लाइकली अल्कराज सिनर फाइनल and we've discussed touched upon most of the things. So, any more questions, Ramesh
Also
bhai, or you
remember,
want to close?
yeah, I know. Also, yeah, I'll close with that same note that
Yeah, yeah,
Joko is actually the best player ever played Australian Open, 10 Grand Slams, right?
yeah.
So and luck has been and yours means with Joko, can't call it luck. He's the best. He knows this court the best more than anybody else. So you never know that he can probably topple Sinner and
Sinner.
I don't know. It's a long shot.
Yeah,
But with that, I
yeah.
close. It was really good. Enjoyed talking,
Oh, that's awesome.
And due to this podcast, I'm watching Australian Open.
That is so cool. Yeah,
All
I
right.
think from my end, I haven't been enough respectable towards Joko. It's incredible that at 40 he can hit a semi-final like very easily, and he's still there. And he has been a legend overall. Even during COVID times, he was the only one who could stand up and say, "By no vaccines," you know. Even if I'm not allowed to go to Australian Open, I just have a lot of respect for that. So Djokovic, if you're watching, a salute to you, bro. Yeah, you're my idol.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No
That was
vaccines,
fire.
TJ.
Yeah, that was
Yeah, Noah.
That was fire. Oh, yeah, he stood
But
for it.
still,
That
still.
was big.
No,
hats
but
No way
off,
now,
down
hats
about
off.
it.
yeah, let's not get too emotional. अब मैं already Zverev के लिए emotional हो गया और मैं I can see that he's not even able to close the second set. So अब छोड़ दो यार वो दिल गया तेल लेने अभी दिमाग mind दिमाग बोल रहा है sinner दिमाग बोल रहा है sinner yeah चलो guys
It's
have
good,
fun
good.
enjoy
Chalo.
Australian Open
Cheers.
Ramesh bhai, thank you
bye
very
bye
much.
Thank you,
Appreciate it,
Sumi.
man.
Thank you, DJ. Bye-bye.
Such a pleasure
Bye.
to meet you
thank
again,
you
man.
thank you so much
We'll again
yes
meet on
absolutely
finals.
pleasure
Okay?
thank you
We'll
guys
watch
for
finals.
joining in
Okay.
it wasn't
Sure,
possible
bye.
without you
Take
guys
care.
obviously this podcast needs you too
Love,
Great. Let's do a
love.
podcast on finals.
yeah
Mm.
उस
after
बहाने से मैं
Up to
मैच
you.
देख लूंगा नहीं तो मैं सो जाएगा ठीक है चलो बाय
okay